Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. We have Thanksgiving, and with that, all the beautiful spices, the pumpkin flavors, cranberries, cinnamon, ginger, all those beautiful fall flavors are coming in. A couple days ago, I have recorded a video making pumpkin spiced coffee cake with apples. And I have mentioned in that video that sometimes I like to do it with cranberries and have coconut flakes on top. So why talk about it? Why not do it since Thanksgiving is so close and put that recipe out there to share with you. Today, another approach to that pumpkin spiced coffee cake. Welcome to my kitchen and thank you for watching.
For the cake batter itself, I need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of oil, 5 tablespoons of sour cream, and if you don't have sour cream, you can use plain yogurt.
Additionally, I will need about 3/4 of a cup of chopped dates and cranberries. And I have put hot water over this just to make those dry fruits a little bit softer, only for a few minutes. And then I drain all the water out. So this will go in the middle of my cake.
For the topping, I need a little over half a cup of chopped pecans, 3 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 of a cup of flour, 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar, and depending how much you like cinnamon, it can be a half a teaspoon or a whole teaspoon. And that's the topping part.
Flour, brown sugar, cinnamon, butter, and those walnuts. And I will leave a little bit for the topping because this part will go in the middle of the cake and on top. But I want extra pecans to go on top. I love coconut flakes, and for me those coconut flakes make a kind of a big difference with flavor, if it comes to flavor. Okay, my crumble is ready and in the fridge it goes. All of my dry ingredients are together with the flour. So 2 cups of flour, pinch of salt, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, ginger, and I will add additionally less than 1/4 of pumpkin spice to it. And the brown sugar. So have a cup of my brown sugar. And now it's time to mix all the wet ingredients together. Sour cream, about 5 heaping tablespoons. The pumpkin puree. And my kitchen is a little bit crazy as the whole house because we have bought a house in St. Augustine and moving. So the packing is the crazy part. Everyday packing. We are moving ourselves. Hard work, not easy. Those egg yolks. And I just want to mix it really well. Once all the wet ingredients are incorporated, mixed well, you just put the dry ingredients in. And you have to be very careful how you measure your flour. Always swift your flour, because if you have too much flour, your cake won't be as nice and soft and moist. And do not over mix your cake batter. As soon as your flour is not visible anymore, all incorporated, then you don't have to mix it no more. and it will be on a thicker side. And now I need a dish, and I love using coconut oil on the bottom of my pan. My oven is preheating to 350 right now. So half my butter will go in. And now those dry cranberries and dates, like I said, I did put hot water over and then waited 5 minutes, drain. And now I want to use them and put them in the middle of my cake. And of course, you can have a bit more than what I put. Altogether, I had about 2/3 of a cup of those dry fruits, but you can have a whole cup. And the crumble, I will put some of it also in the middle of my cake. I will probably use 1/3 of my topping here. Okay, and now the rest of my cake batter. Smooth it out gently. And now the rest of the crumble. Remember, I told you I will have some more nuts and coconut flakes. So I will put those in and mix it again. And then put this on top of that cake. Growing up in Poland, I did not have coconut flakes. I never knew how they taste like, and once I tried them, I fell in love. Anything coconut I like very much. Okay, and now it's time to put it in the oven. 350 for about 35-40 minutes. And I will check with a toothpick if my cake is ready. My oven is preheated to 350. So this beauty can go in, and I will set a timer for half an hour. And after half an hour, I will use a toothpick to check if my cake needs additional baking time. And as you see, my cabinets are half empty because I'm packing to a new house, and I'm excited because my new house will have gas oven, no more electric oven, and it's a huge difference. Very exciting part to have gas again. I love it. Okay, see you in about half an hour. And I have baked 2 sourdough breads, and I invite you to check a recipe for it. My favorites. Okay, time for the check. First, half an hour. Well, my toothpick is not quite clean yet, so I would give it additional 5 minutes. Every oven is a little bit different, and you can have 5 minutes longer or shorter time of baking. That's why this is really good to have a toothpick and put it in a cake and see if it comes clean or not when your cake is ready. I had a couple ovens in this house, and both of them work differently. Even the rack, if you put it higher or if you put it lower, is it better or not? And is your oven distributing the heat the right way? Big meaning. You have to know your oven to make best of the baking or cooking experience. 5 minutes and cake will be ready. And if you're wondering why I covered those sourdough breads, if you bake sourdough bread or any bread and you want really crunchy, crispy skin, leave it the way it is, don't cover it. If you want it just a tiny bit on the softer side, cover it. It's all about the moisture, the steam coming out. If I cover them for a few minutes, my skin will be kind of in the middle, not too hard, not too crunchy, and not too soft, just perfect for my family. If you want it really, really soft, then cover and leave it for at least 20 minutes. I had somebody asking about it. You know, if you want a crispy skin, you don't have to cover. If you want a softer skin, then cover with a kitchen towel and leave it like this for a few minutes. It makes a difference. It's the steam that's coming out. If you uncover it, the steam escapes and your bread is more crunchy. If you put a towel over it, the steam is trapped, not all of it, but most of the steam is trapped inside, and that gives you softer skin. Okay, so hopefully some of you will find it helpful. Final moment. My delicious cake is ready. Ooh la la, I love the smell of that fresh baked goods. And here I have these coconuts with roasted pecans. I get excited when I bake something like that, and it's a treat for the whole family. So as always, now about half an hour of wait time, and then I can cut it in half and show you the inside. That crispy top. And here it is. You can see the nuts and the coconut flakes on top for the crunch, and the cranberries inside. I could not wait half an hour. I had to cut it sooner, so 15 minutes after baking. It's the smell of the pumpkin spices and cinnamon and those roasted pecans, cranberries. It's all about holidays. I hope you're going to enjoy it as much as I do. Thank you for watching. Happy baking and happy Thanksgiving. Smacznego, everyone.
I would like to let you know why I am a big fan of using scale instead of the cups. I do put measurements in cups, so it's easier. As you know, I'm from Europe, so everything for me is in grams. And here in United States, any recipes you have is usually in cups. But I want you to pay attention to one thing, so take it as a tip. I learned by mistakes because I've done it before. So I have put together a flour, the same flour, all-purpose flour, into the same measuring cups. Exactly 2 cups in here and exactly 2 cups in here. But I want to measure it using the scale and show you if there is a difference and how much of a difference it can be. So here is the first 2 cups of flour, as you can see, 2 cups. And here is exactly 2 cups. All around, no cheating. And I will turn on, and there's nothing here. My scale, so it's set to 0. Maybe I should show you. So it's set to 0. If you can see. Okay, and I will put the first 2 cups in. And it says it is 248 grams. So now I will take this into a different cup, and it's empty. Put it back. It comes back to 0. And now the other 2 cups. All of it. And this one is 314. So now you can see that 2 cups are not created equal, right? They do not measure on a scale the same. So why is that? Well, it's all about handling the flour. If we are gentle with it, the flour is fluffy, it's light, and then 2 cups, nice fluffy flour. If you handle the flour, shake it, kind of bang it, you know, on the surface somewhere, you know, it loses its volume because it becomes dense. So you keep adding to have exactly 2 cups, right? Well, but it's much more heavier. It's much more flour that you need. So if you ever had a cake and you tried to follow the measurements and directions and the cake wasn't quite the way you hoped, it wasn't as fluffy, it wasn't as delicate, it wasn't as soft, well, maybe because there was too much flour. So it's just a tip, and I hope you will find it helpful to kind of pay attention to how we handle flours. I know how it is when you bake something and you put your, you know, heart into it, time into it, and then it doesn't come out the way you hope for. And it's frustrating. So I hope this helps. Thank you for watching.